I'm going to be talking about all the essential things that you need to keep in mind or carry while you pack your bags to move to Canada as a student or as a working professional. So let's get started. Hi everyone, my name is Shivangi and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is for all those people who are interested in moving outside of India, for study or work purpose. Although my video is a little specific to those moving to Canada, but honestly, like a lot of advice is just pretty general. So yes, people moving to countries other than Canada can also follow the advice. Okay, so the most important thing that you need to carry with yourself is your emotional stability. And I know I'm gonna get those confused looks from you guys, but this is the truth. Canada is far away from India. You cannot travel back to India every now and then. And consider like traveling once a year as a very good average. So you need to be emotionally and mentally stable to live in a country all by yourself and away from your family. Okay, so now let me calm you guys down, which brings me to my next point, which is to book your flight tickets very wisely. I would highly recommend to book either a direct flight for your first time or a flight with maximum one stop. Now, I know that I said not more than one stop, but there are multiple reasons behind it. So the first one being that if you book like a one-stop flight from Delhi to Vancouver and your first flight from Delhi to San Francisco is, let's say, by Air India, and then from San Francisco to Vancouver is Air Canada. So these are two different airlines and there is a high chance that you will have to move your luggage while you are in transit at San Francisco all by yourself. So that is like the downside of booking, one-stop flights with different airlines. Your situation can get even worse if your transit time is really small. So let's say 2 hours of transit in San Francisco. It's going to be a hard time for you to move your luggage, get your immigration done, and God forbid if your first flight is delayed, you get even lesser time. So that brings me to my next advice, which is to book flights with a little longer transit period time. So let's say at least 3 to 4 hours so that you have enough time to face any unforeseen circumstances. Okay, so now let's come to your baggage. For your carry-on baggage, you can carry one personal item and one small sized bag. For your personal item, I would suggest you can also carry a backpack, but please do check with your airlines what their baggage allowance is. Sometimes it also happens that they might stop you and tell you that, oh no, you can only carry one small sized bag and maybe one personal item, which is like really small, like a purse or a side sling sized. So yes, be very careful about that. For your check-in luggage, you need to be very careful that you're booking a flight which allows you 2 bags, 23 kgs each. But I know like there are many flights which also allow you 3 bags. So yes, it is completely your responsibility to go online and do the research. And yes, I'd like to add that don't forget to carry a firm travel pillow with yourself. That is very important for a long journey. My travel pillow looks something like this, and this is from Chumbak. It also comes with a free sleeping mask. So yes, I can link it down below if you'd like to buy something like this. So now let's come to the clothing part. I genuinely wouldn't recommend you to buy any winter clothing from India, and there is a reason behind that. These countries that you're going to, they are extremely cold and temperatures can dip like till minus 40 degrees, and that's a lot. So I would recommend you to land there, do your research, and then buy your winter clothing from there. That includes your jackets, your scarves, your boots, your rain boots, raincoats, snowshoes, whatever it is, just buy it from there. A couple of stores that I visited as soon as I landed were Old Navy, American Eagle, there was Hudson Bay. I also went to Walmart. Walmart has like good deals, and if your budget is a little higher, you can also go to North Face. Now, if you're coming to Vancouver, I would recommend you to get a very good quality umbrella. Vancouver is also known as Raincouver. It rains like 200 days a year out there, and I had a very hard time because so many of my umbrellas broke and I had to buy like a really good quality umbrella. I got mine from Shoppers Drug Mart. I have to talk about traditional Indian wear. So if you're coming to Canada, you should know that almost all Indian festivals are celebrated. So Diwali, Holi, even Garba. And I also celebrated all of them in my first year. So I would recommend you to carry at least 2 to 3 sets of Indian wear, which you can wear, whenever the occasion arrives. And you can obviously always buy it from there as well. So if you're coming to Vancouver, you can always go to Surrey. So it's like a city very close to Vancouver, where you'll find a lot of brown population, and you'll find like lots of variety of traditional Indian wear. But again, it is going to be expensive. So yes, if you'd like to save some money, that's a good tip there. Okay, so now coming to utensils and food. प्लीज़ कुछ कैरी करो या ना करो, अपना प्रेशर कुकर ज़रूर कैरी कर लेना. आई कैन नॉट एम्फसाइज ऑन दिस इनफ. It is going to come in so handy. So maybe like you can carry one big size and one small size, or maybe two small sizes, like in case ek ko kuch ho gaya, you always have the other one for backup. I'm going to link mine down below. Mine has lasted me for 2 years and they're still in a very good condition. Also, you're going to carry all your basic utensils. I mean, like if you want to carry like 1 or 2 plates, spoons, or 1 or 2 non-stick pans or whatever, like obviously you have to carry those, and the remaining you can always go and buy there. You will get like good deals there as well. So now let's come to food. I would highly recommend you to carry your own spices. Obviously you can get spices out there, but the quality of spices is very different from the kind of spices you get in India. Our taste buds are used to like the spicy food, so I carry my own spices. Now coming to medicines, again it is always helpful if you'll carry like a small box of medicines, your basic medicines, painkillers, band-aids, cotton, lotion, whatever. And you'll also need like prescriptions. So I carried prescriptions for all the medicines that I took with me, but honestly like no one really checked the prescriptions. So yeah, you can always like have a prescription in hand in case someone asks for it. And yes, like once you land, you can always go to a pharmacy out there. There will be people to advise you, so you can tell them your health issues and they will be there to advise you, maybe take this medicine. If you're looking for something cheaper, this is a better option. So yes, you'll have enough guidance and help out there. Okay, so now coming to the electronics part. Now, of course, if you have a laptop and a phone already, you're obviously going to carry it with you. But if you do plan on buying a new one, I would recommend you to wait and maybe buy it out there. And there is a reason, because like things are cheaper there, and also they have like good student discounts going on. Cellular networks like Freedom and Telus, they have like amazing phone deals. Like you can buy a good phone as soon as you land in Canada at $0 and then pay over a period of time. Secondly, there's also something called Black Friday sale. They have amazing electronic sale going on at that point of time. That's something even I look forward to. So yes, you can also bag like a good electronic around that time. I would highly recommend you to carry a portable charger with yourself. I'm going to link mine down below, the one that I usually carry with myself. And the last thing is that you also need to carry like a travel adapter, because like your plugs differ from the kind of plugs that they have there. So you will need a travel adapter for that, and that's going to come in handy, of course, if you're going to carry electronics from India. My next point is for those of you who drive in India and are going to Canada as students. I would recommend you to carry your driver's license, as it comes in handy, because you can drive in Canada with your driver's license as a student. So yes, like it's helpful when you're going on weekend getaways. You can just get a car, it's cheaper, and yes, you can just travel and have a nice time. And the last thing that you should not forget to carry are the things that you love. So things that give you positive vibes, things that you're attached to, because no matter what, nothing can replace its value. So if you have a favorite pair of jeans, do carry it. Your favorite planner, your favorite pillow, whatever it is, do carry it, because at the end of the day, everything comes down to you being happy. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope this was informative and that you guys stuck till the end. If you have any related questions, feel free to comment down below and I can respond to you. That said, do subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.